Hello, so here for another episode of the Crux video blog. Why are we here today? Well, we're here because you aren't already working here. But if you are, cool, keep it up, it's awesome, it's a great place to be. So if you're not already working here, like why would you want to work here? So what could the impact be that you could have at a company like Crux? So I'm gonna go through 4 points that are related to, why working at Crux is pretty awesome and what the impact is. So number one, enabling the energy transition. So, mass layoffs in tech right now. So what are folks going to do, right? Like working in energy, because that's such a hot topic right now, is really interesting. And you want to work in clean tech. Well, what about the beginning of the energy transition? What about making the existing assets as efficient as possible so that you can actually start maximizing that throughput, maintaining, say prices at the pumps, energy prices at home, while, we're getting more solar, more renewables, all of that great stuff going, because it's not all happening at once, whether we like it or not. And whether we like it or not, all of our stuff is still plastic. We still need heat in the winters and air conditioning in the summers. So enabling the energy transition is the first reason why joining Crux is a great idea, right? So why enabling the energy transition is fantastic at Crux is so if you're increasing the volumetric throughput or the efficiency on existing asset, efficiency is green, right? So you're actually, if you're moving more volume or more throughput of, whatever that petroleum product is through an existing asset, and then the energy required to do that remains the same, you actually thereby reduce the carbon footprint of the asset, which is, what folks are trying to do if you're going to reach net zero, right? So straight immediate impact, as opposed to working on a project that might have impact in 5-10 years, right? Like those are very important projects too, but we all have immediate gratification. So let's come work at Crux. Number two, transporting critical infrastructure into the future. So our critical infrastructure, like I already talked about, we all have plastic on us. We're all using energy. So the current infrastructure that is enabling the movement of those products that give us those day-to-day wonders is still infrastructure that, it's 30, 40, 50 years old and needs to be updated, right? Like we're working so hard on autonomous rocket launches. We're working so hard on autonomous cars. Why are we working hard on autonomous control rooms for critical infrastructure, right? So if folks want to work on that, that sounds like pretty massive impact to me. Number three, control room operators are the folks operating these assets day to day. The leading cause of safety and environmental incidents in heavy industry is control room operator fatigue, right? So think of it like burnout. You're just sitting there and you're just getting exhausted. So what else could you do that would have an amazing impact is helping those folks mitigate control room operator fatigue. So, think your pilot in your plane, you want them, if something's going sideways and they need to land the plane, you want them fresh, right? So if there's a risk of, an explosion or a leak, you want your control room operator fresh and ready to work on that. So then finally, number four is the safety of your asset operation. So we touched on that already a little bit with your control room operator fatigue, but the digital transformation in here, of enabling the more effective operation of these assets. So our automation can automatically shut down a pipeline and maintain line pack to increase the integrity of your existing leak detection software. So all of that equates to, much less implications if there happens to be a spill, which we hope we've already mitigated from point number three with that, helping with the control room operator fatigue. So to kind of summarize here at Crux, how you can have an impact if you're not already here is enabling the energy transition, transitioning that critical infrastructure into the future, your control room operator well-being, their mental health, helping them out to make sure that they're operating as effectively as possible and that they're not the cause of accidental accidents. So, and of course the safety of the assets and how they're actually operated, right? That if we automate them, it's always safer, better, faster, stronger. So that's a lovely summary of why you'd want to come and work at Crux, and please come join the team.